And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Carlson able to put this one through. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get them the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road. You're under the lights. National television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real. And a pretty nice opening statement.
And he returns this to the 22. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And they'll be looking to make amends for that first drive, which came to a rather abrupt ending.
Certainly did, and I remember going back to my notes before this game, and a lot of times when I scout a guy, I have a little section about how does he handle adversity. And in this case, a big check mark. He may have thrown the first interception, but I don't think he's going to throw very many more.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Finding space at the 40. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Prescott off play action. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 27-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
That's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dalton Schultz, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was the tight end Dalton Schultz on the touchdown reception to cap the drive. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Carr gonna throw. And his throw here's incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Carr. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
How about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some 3 receivers. That time, the defense won.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That's good for 28 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Prescott yet again. Over the middle, complete. That's Schultz. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Inside give to Elliott. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Started the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the 1st down sack. Prescott. This will be caught inside the 10. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. You're the offensive coordinator. You like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. Flushed out right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys are in for 6.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was all capped off by Dak Prescott, keeping it and taking it in on the touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
You remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills and, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. Out comes CeeDee Lamb and the rest of the Dallas offense. Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense, kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. That good stuff. You got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing, change things up a little bit, and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line.
How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Prescott rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. His first catch. Good for 9 and a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. To throw, it's Carr. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Carr, that's complete to his tight end, Waller. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. Give him 6 on the run. They're going to be faced now with a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. And he'll He'll take it just outside the 40. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And out will come the offense as they take over. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Prescott. And he'll go right back to Lamb. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, 1st down.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
To the air again, Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Elliott. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Prescott. This is caught. Touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they're a PAT from going up 21-3.
And there's no doubt in my mind, you're liking what you're seeing so far, aren't you?
It's unbelievable. Like a well-oiled machine, if you will.
What's really tough, though, that defense, they're leaping the shadows at this point. They don't know which way to go. They're being hit in every direction, and they have no answers thus far.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns in the matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be fielded inside the 5. The Raider offense going to head out now late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Micah Parsons, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
The final shot here before half for Carr. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, where you see the final score there. Ryan Tannehill strong in the victory, as his guys up their mark to 6-2 on the year. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were losers in their ball game as the visiting Buffalo Bills come in and took it to them. Josh Allen, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. And lastly, Monday Night Football has a good one lined up between the New Orleans Saints and the Green Bay Packers. On now to a check on the next-gen stats in the first half for the Raiders. And not much went right in those first 2 quarters. You can see the numbers on the ground there. Not a whole lot to write home about so far. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop it behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Carr. Throw left side, taken in by Renfro. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The handoff, Jacobs running to the left. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Carr. Lets this go for Renfro downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to have it here just past the 25.
Partner, I see you reaching for the white flag. Put it down. I don't want you throwing it, but I understand why. Because if you do, you're hoping they might actually stop this game, because we're in blowout territory right now. That interception just surrendered any momentum they built up in the locker room during halftime. So, game plan, it's in the garbage. Time to try something new in this one.
So here are the Cowboys to take over. They were losers a week ago to the Rams, but they've got the lead right now as they start this drive 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Prescott to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. On second down, Elliott. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Third and short yardage. Prescott completes it to Aguilar. And he will have a Cowboys first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. CD, with that last pass, he joined a group of about 50 other men that are over 30,000 career passing yards. So, look, he's not at the top, but that's pretty good company.
Yeah, it's not the most exclusive fraternity in the NFL, but it's a pretty good one, isn't it? You still have to put some numbers up in order to get in, okay? The secret knock is still there. How about him getting it done? Proud of him.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Now Prescott. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. And it's complete to Adams. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. On play action, it's Carr. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. On play action, Prescott sliding out of the pocket. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
At this point, this offense feels like they could just roll out anything, and it would work. They are certainly in no hurry for this one to end. Not when they can rack up some stats and continue to add to their lead.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Throwing, Prescott. Pass incomplete. Dallas, Texas is the spot, 3rd quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, the only silver lining on the other sideline, CD, is that they kept him out of the end zone, but still, that's another 3 points added on to this large lead.
Yeah, no shortage of scoring or big plays on defense in this one. And even up by 4 possessions, still finding ways to create opportunities and capitalize with points.
So out come the Raiders. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Slant to Adams. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Now Carr. Short throw going to be caught by Waller. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Again, it's Carr. And the catch made by Johnson. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now Carr, gotta have this one. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he is going to have a Raiders first down as they wind up with a gain of 11 there on 4th down. Here's Carr. Flush, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence, his 2nd sack of the night.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Shotgun now for Carr. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Here's Carr to throw. He's going to find and complete it to Renfrow. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. A little juke. Johnson's got it complete. And he is going to have a Raiders first down as they wind up getting 13 there on 4th down. Into the red zone. It's Carr. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 71 yards rushing now for Zeke, and he's got a first down. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
A first down carry by Elliott. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. They go to Elliott again. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter. But second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you said baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time, and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that, and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the Cowboys, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots.